Thank you so very much for joining us again for another edition of the Coach's Corner, and happy holidays to you and yours. And if the holidays has passed, make it a holiday, because life is what you make it. Thank you so much for those of you that are following us on Ustream, YouTube, Voicecast. Thank you so much for those that are listening on iBroadcast Television or iBroadcast TV. Thank you for those of you that are listening right here on the website for Spreaker, the radio platform, for Blog Talk Radio. And thank you so much for those of you that are listening also on www.sibntelevision.com. My name is Marcus Salette, and I have issues. But one thing for sure, I have gained some lessons, wisdoms, and insights from the things that I have gone through and going to, and I want to share them with you. This is the Coach's Corner. If I hadn't shared with you my appreciation for you following us on Twitter, as well as Spreaker, Blog Talk Radio, iBroadcast TV, Ustream, YouTube, I'm talking about those who are following me now, not just listening, I want to express my gratitude and appreciation right here and right now. And so off to work we go. We're in day 9 of the For More for Life campaign, and we have been talking about so much stuff. I hope that you are taking notes. I hope that you are telling and sharing what you can with a friend. I heard a guy say one time, he said, hey, man, be careful what you share, because, man, you may want to hog this all up for yourself right now until you can soak it all in before you run off and share it with somebody. So I may agree with that somewhat, you know what I'm saying? Because there are times when you need to be selfish, and you need to say to yourself, you know what? I know if I tell her, if I tell him, they're going to be like, yeah, you know. But I know that what Marcus is talking about is something that I need, and I feel that he can relate to me. So thank you so much for your confidence in me. As I said on the onslaught, it doesn't negate the fact that I got some serious issues. I'm half crazy, must have been a genius and nobody told me, should have been on Ritalin and so much more. But here I am knocking at your door on the microphone trying to make it happen, baby. So today, we're talking about your campaign for More for Life, and today's topic is your campaign resources. And on the onslaught, if you want me to do, I can't do a review because I went over too much material on the previous day, so it's important that you go back and listen to each day, because each day, even some of the intros from the radio show is very significant. And you can download these to your iPod or to your PDA or to your smartphone or to your tablet and listen to them later. And this is what I suggest, and also listen to them often. If you really want to get to the place in life where you are better than you are now, you must learn the art of repetition. The art of repetition for the psychosocial part of us is engaged more so in our subconscious. And as I said before, you can always play our radio show when you're getting ready to lay down. You don't have to be consciously fully engaged and awake to hear what I am saying and sharing. You could put this on your podcast. Just take a student right here. You got to be a student of life to take this advice. But I mean, you just put your headphones on and you make a little note, have some, pencils and pens or whatever by your bed, make a few notes if you can. But if you play this as you are dozing off to sleep, or if you have a way to set it where it wakes you up in the morning, This means that this is the accelerated belt in your subconscious mind will now rotate this information into your heart and spirit quicker than if you were to sit here and just listen to me. Now, that's one way to sit here. Like I told you, when I was in college, I would tape the professor because his monotone and his voice was the same voice the whole time. The clothes were the same. The tie was the same, you know. And so I would tape it because I just had a lot going on. And I would play it back while I was on the bus. Whether you're paying attention or not is not the point. You're going to pay attention somewhat. You're going to take notes. That's another way. But I would just let it play while I would be walking and rushing and riding on the bus. Let it play in my earbuds. And then I would play it while I would be washing dishes and preparing dinner. I just let it play. Then I let it play again before. That's how I got an A in the class. Because I knew how to take the information and plant it as a seed. I worked as my own secret agent, snuck into the black doors of my own mind and planted a bomb. You know, planted a bomb of knowledge. I knew the secret. Just another little tad bit. And don't eat hamburgers and fries before you take a test. Your body is so busy working on digesting all of that. I'm talking about college people that's going to college and people are better in their lives, you know. I always ate vegetables, maybe some fish. I doubt if I ate turkey, but maybe some turkey. But always eat light when you're trying to retain a lot of information. Never eat heavy if you can. You can do it afterwards. Anyway, enough of the college tips, you know. But and thank you so much for leaving your comments. I mean, I'm saying that cynically in some ways, and I'm saying that prophetically in other ways, and I'm saying that in a spirit of gratitude in another way. This is not a one-way show, you know. And we are getting ready to, we're putting together our list of shout outs. So if you want to be a part of that, share what it is that you do, where in the world you do it, and your name, and send that to us on any number of social media sites, particularly if you email it to us, globalcoverage@selectusatv.info would be perfect. But getting now back to the For More for Life campaign, today we're talking about the resources, and I wanted to share with you this. You kind of get what you give in life, and this is my disclaimer here. And you kind of get what you permit in life, and then you get the debris. That's a quote from the coach. Let me say it again. You get what you plant. You get what you give. If you raise hell, then you're going to get hell back. If you offer heavenly, peaceful, dulce, you know, if you know what I'm saying, if you permit hell, then hell will be allotted to you. But then after you have tried to make sure you've given appropriately, God help us, and then after you've made sure that you are not permitting foolishness, and we can talk about the two as we move forward, you're still gonna get some debris. You know, that's life. You know, crap happens, and things are gonna happen to you unbeknownst. Some of them are going to be just because of the chronological events of life. The can't talk today. What's up? The evolution. What is wrong with me today? The evolution of living brings debris. Don't feel bad. Everything don't have. Everything can have a purpose. But you are not the cause of everything. Being in the pathway, being in the trenches, being in association with, being connected to, being in covenant, all of these intertwining plausibilities causes us to perhaps be in the pathway of things that are not calculated or uncalculated, if you will. Okay? So, but getting to the resources, I want to leave with you today one word that I am convinced. Now, there's a lot of people out there that advising a lot of folk doing a lot of things, and you're here on my show, but I'm not saying this is the only thing, but I'm just telling you what I have found to be the center or core of resources and the attraction of resources to you, and the detraction, if that's such a word, or the detest of resources from you. One word. I wish I had a drum roll. Today, I leave with you the word momentum. Momentum. Anything that has, this is not something I read, this is original, so you might want to write this down if you're not asleep. Anything that has momentum grows in resources. If you can maintain the ingredients of momentum, if you could maintain the temperature of the momentous endeavor that you seek, you are most assuredly guaranteed to increase your resources. Now, there's a few pre-qualifiers I got to stick in there. Now, let's start on the negative end. Let's say you're a criminal. You're tired of everything, and now you want to rob banks. God forbid. But people out there are doing it. I mean, somebody's getting shot right now. Somebody dies every 6 seconds. I think every three seconds or 4 seconds or 12 seconds, someone is raped. So there's a lot of negativity going on out there. But let's just say that you have a money problem, so you're going to turn to crime. The problem with momentum and a criminal path is momentum has to continue to build before resources are assured and the longevity of end results are stable. And the problem with the criminal idea is the law of the land and law enforcement impedes momentum. Because you ain't got no business robbing a bank. It's wrong. The law say it's wrong. The bullets that they shooting at the robber say it's wrong. The alarm button up under the desk say it's wrong. So you keep trying to do something, and from once or twice or 3 times or 4 times, you may seemingly succeed, which gives you confidence. Momentum that is kept attracts resources that builds confidence to repeat the pattern. But if momentum is impeded by the law, in this case, then momentum has ceased to continue, and resources will dissipate. They would dissipate, for lack of a better word. Let me go back. Let's say you are barren and you can't bear children. You want to have a child. The question on the table would be, what would be the resources you would need to have a child? Would it be something medically or physically, psychosocially? Now, I was in that place where the mother of my first child, the mother of our children, could not have children at first to term.